Well, welcome back. Look around the region. A lot of us dealing with mostly sunny skies right now. You can see that over Macon as well as over Dublin, but we have had a little bit of rain in Monroe County very recently. So you see a few of those clouds still hanging around. As you can see, it's kind of moved out of the area now further north into Butts County. We still have a small shower going on in the southern portion of Upson County right now. But other than that, there's really not a whole lot going on rain-wise. Perhaps a couple tiny showers in Jones County as well. But we really haven't seen anything in our eastern half of the region today, and these storms that have been in the western part, of course, are still tied to what's left of Invest 93L, which luckily was not able to develop into much of anything, because guys, if this thing had been able to develop, it would have been a big storm. I mean, you can see the expanse of its influence. It would have been a very, very large storm if it had time to organize. Luckily it didn't. There's nothing else that we're tracking right now in the Atlantic Basin. Further development is not expected, and so we're going to bring it back to middle Georgia in terms of our local weather. And what we are expecting is hot conditions heading into the weekend. Again, these numbers here are a little misleading. These are the actual temperatures, but our real feels out there are still very close to that 100-degree mark for a lot of us as we go through supper time. Obviously overnight, low 80s into the upper 70s, and eventually low 70s by tomorrow morning. Thinking will be the same as last night, which is a low of 73. 93 is our high today, which is one below the average of 94. There you go, around the average. Wind staying from the south around 5 miles per hour under mostly clear skies. Not too much to talk about with our low temperatures. They've been the same almost every day, and there really isn't much variation as we go through the summer months. So heading into our Friday, I mentioned yesterday how we were expecting some decent storm chances. Well, they've dropped a little bit, still thinking around a third of the region could see storms throughout late tomorrow afternoon and the evening. So if you are going to be doing any Friday night festivities, you probably want to make sure you got that rain gear handy. Saturday is looking mostly sunny. It will be hot, mid to upper 90s, and rain odds will be hard to come by. Guys, at 10% for both Saturday and Sunday. Sunday may feature a little more in the way of cloud cover. Should still be partly cloudy, but rain chances, even though you're seeing more here, should be around the same as what we are expecting for our Saturday. The remainder of this evening, if we're going to see more storms, the odds are going to be favorable for the western third of the region. Those of us who are along and west of I-75, just because it ties to what's left of Invest 93L. The odds further east, we haven't seen anything there yet today, and I highly doubt we will as we go through the remainder of the evening. As for tomorrow, it will be another partly sunny day. More of us should see real feels into the triple digits as our wind will be light out of the southwest. We're no longer being influenced by the tropical weather. And then as for tomorrow night, again, about a third of the region or so should see storms or showers. And then we get into Saturday. It's going to be a lot of sunshine here. We'll have some scattered clouds in the afternoon, your typical cumulus, but other than that, should be clear. A lot of sunshine, especially in the evening, and rain chances very, very low. So good weather to get outside. Just make sure you're wearing that sunscreen. UV index around 11 or 12 means it won't take much time for you to start to burn. 95 for the high tomorrow with a couple isolated storm chances. Your extended forecast is coming up in 10 seconds. Your 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast is brought to you by Volume Chevrolet. Heading into the weekend, we are expecting temperatures to get hotter, all right? Our average for this time of year is 94, so we will be above that for the next several days. In fact, some of us could see highs getting towards 100 or maybe a little more than that early next week, but we will have more of those summertime storm chances to go with it.